contemplating on whether or not to do the T-34 for y'all, and I've decided that I am going to do it because I went through my videos and tried to see if I did do this tank on on film or on camera. I mean, like if I did live stream me doing this or not, and I did not. So we're gonna do it now. So something I also noticed is that in my older videos I took the tanks apart in the videos, and it took me like 2 videos to like do a tank, like a single tank. So I kind of liked having the system I have now, but if you guys want me to bring back doing the taking apart the tanks, then just put that in the comments, and I might consider bringing that back. So yeah, T-34-85, probably one of the most important tanks, at least for the Allies, in the entire war. There's the pre-version of this tank, the T-34-76, but there's not many T-34-76s left, and that's because the Soviets decided that they were going to convert their T-34-76s to T-34-85s. So that's why there's not many left, and that's why there's so many T-34-85s. Now, something that not a lot of people probably know is that a lot of tanks, like a lot of Tigers in film, use T-34-85s like chassis. They use like they modify a T-34 and it ends up looking like a Tiger somehow. I think that's really cool how they do it. How do we fix this? Like this giant hole. How does one fix that? Is there like a tool I need? That doesn't do it. Can't hammer it out. Huh. Well, I guess that kind of adds to the authenticity of it then. At least this one isn't going in the museum. This one's been battle damaged, clearly. So, let's start putting it back. Wait, did I forget? I always forget the engine. Can't do that. No. Stop. I don't want my tablet. Now let's start. I always get like the internal view and the put together everything to get. Wait a second. Why? How did I miss this when I took this apart? Because I did not put that on just now. I know that. Yeah, that was like the only piece I missed. Weird. Again, getting those buttons mixed up. As usual, we're going to start with the engine because I like to work from the inside out. Get all the important stuff done first, and then move on to the external things. I was gonna say, where's the dipstick? There it is. Okay, let's see. I want to do something real quick. I need to check tank analysis, find missing parts, paint. There we go. I don't think there's many missing pieces. Oh yeah, there's only a couple. $286 worth. Yeah, that's barely anything. And look at that, just like that, the entire engine's done, basically. And there you go, the engine's done. So the T-34 has a very simple engine. So we can already put this thing back in the tank. Back in the tank you go. See? Now it's all in it's in its natural habitat. Alright, now we can start putting other things in here. Saw. Why would you need a saw? Like to cut down tanks? Or, I mean, I'm stupid. To cut down trees, I mean. Yeah, okay. Like I said, we'll probably be putting this back on. I don't know if I said that or not, actually. I thought it. I know that. Forget if I already... I apologize. My English is very good, clearly. See, this is like the meme that Americans can't even speak their own language. I don't. I agree with that. I always have a hard time saying things sometimes. Should I put these like mud guards on? You know what? Sure, let's do it. Let's get those mud guards on. Driver's hatch, machine gun, fuel tanks. One of the most iconic things about the the T-34 is all these fuel tanks. Hold up. Take the tow rope off. I know that's gonna need to be repaired. Thankfully, the T-34 is pretty easy to put back together. It's not a really complicated build. Yeah, I found a bunch of ammunition in this one. That was fun. I didn't know you could even find ammunition, to be honest. Like tank shells and everything. I really can't see anything because like everything's painted and everything, so everything's already like light colored. So I can't see much of anything, or at least it's difficult. There we go. Now I can see. Air filters, those are important. Exhaust pipes, equally important, I would say. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's take that out. Dang it, stop it, stop it. Gonna smash my face into the tank. There we go. That seems about right. Alright, let's get this part done then. Floating seats. Gesundheit. Can't really see much of anything, I just know there's stuff here. There's like little like ghosts signifying where something should be. Big gun breach. I want to be able to see, there we go. Oh, someone's commenting on my videos, huh? Let me pull up the stream so I can respond to you, my good sir. Oh, it's Phineas. He says like, what tank we working on? Right there. There you go. There's your answer. Of course, I know you said never mind, but I'm gonna tell you anyways, indirectly. Okay, let's see. I think that's good for now. Let's start fixing everything. But yeah, Phineas, if since you just joined, at the beginning of the video, I asked the viewers if I should bring back completely starting from like scratch. Like I haven't done anything to the tanks. Like they're as like brought in. Like I need to take them apart and everything. I was asking the viewers if I should bring that back because I used to do that in the older videos. I used to take apart the tanks and put them back together, and it took like 2 episodes to do like one tank. So I kind of stopped doing it just to like save time and get more like content out. But I'm curious as to whether the viewers would want me to bring that back or not. Yeah, you think I should? Okay, I will. I might start doing that then if I get more suggestions to do that, because like I said, I'm heavily considering it. And let's see, what else you say? You said do mouse. I want to do the mouse, but unfortunately I haven't found one yet. I've been looking for one. If you watch my last few videos, it'll actually you'll clearly be able to see that I am trying to get a mouse. But unfortunately none have presented them to me, either through excavation or the yard. Yeah, I really want to get the mouse. That is my end goal, is to get that eventually and put it in the museum. Oh yeah, I forgot I did the engine already. Go to the yard again? Yeah, I know. If you just keep going back to the yard, you'll eventually find it. I know that. But I keep going to the yard. Usually if you find something in the yard, it's literally the worst, in like the worst condition. You have to buy everything to fix it. Like, so I prefer working on excavation tanks, but yard tanks aren't bad. Not as much to take apart, so therefore less time being spent on that if I did bring that back. You have a feeling I'll find it? I have a feeling I'll eventually find it in the yard too. But if I went out there now, I'll probably find like a Sherman, a KV-1, KV-2, something like that. Not a mouse though. You can only find the mouse in the yard. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's take off these parts that need to be restored by someone else apparently. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, I can restore all of these things, but I can't restore these fuel tanks or this saw or this toolbox. And why there's battle damage on my tank, I don't know. I don't really mind it though. It adds to the authenticity. maybe they pulled this one out of the firing range, and this is one of the ones I shot with the KV-1. But yeah, since I already have this vehicle in my museum, I will probably end up doing the same thing to this as I did to the KV-1, and that is just put it out in the yard in like parking basically, and then use this one to like test fire everything. So, such and such and such, stuff like that. Or maybe, you know what, I could have more than one vehicle in the museum. That is also a possibility, but just because that the museum can't even hold one of every tank, obviously I'm gonna have to omit some tanks. So I might omit the some of like the really small tanks, like the M3 that I already have in there, and the M8 Greyhound, and the Sizzlewagen. I know I keep saying I'm eventually gonna put one in the museum, but no, I'm kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't, so I can get bigger, more famous tanks like the Mouse and Panzers, Tigers, Panthers, stuff like that. Let's see, so I think that's the chassis done for sanding at least. Let's do the turret now. Uh-oh, I'm in the stairs. I glitched into the stairs a second there. That's the turret, I think. You said you were gonna be on alone? Okay. Goodbye, Phineas. I didn't finish sanding that one. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, gearbox is done, never mind then. And see, once we finish doing this paint part, we'll already be 2/3 of the way done. So, yeah. This is definitely one of the tanks designed to be like a beginner tank. Like, this is something designed for players who are just starting to play the game. Like, this tank is extremely easy to put together. I might actually be able to do another tank on this stream, because I like to keep my streams around 1 to 2 hours, because after that it just starts getting boring for everyone, including myself. And nobody's even gonna watch the full like 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours anyways, so If I could keep them under a minute, that'd be nice. But for Tank Mechanic Simulator, that's not happening. Springs. See, this is the only tank I've come across that has suspension springs. Like, all the other ones have, like, torsion bars. This is the only one I've seen that I can think of, at least, that actually uses, real suspension springs. Kind of like in a vehicle. Like in a car, for example. What isn't painted? It says it's at 63%. Did I miss something? Like, I did. I didn't do the interior of the turret. I only did the exterior. There you go. Now we're at 66. Time to put some stuff back together. Wait, actually, hold on. While we're here, no, not the tablet. No, storage. Let's do some repairs. So tow ropes, those will have to be repaired. Fuel tanks need to be repaired. Toolbox needs to be repaired. This whole thing needs to be repaired except for that suspension. That's done, okay. Outsource repairs. So those will all be repairing. Now we can put stuff back together. Ooh, these suspensions have screws. How annoying. Let's see if we can get them all in one go. No, okay. Well, I tried. Next. I try to get through those screws as quickly as possible because they're the most boring part of the whole thing. Screws. Screw these screws. More road wheels that we don't want to have at the moment. There we go. Put the rear drive back. Get the rear tracks on. Because we can. So I think the turret's done too, actually, right? Yeah, turret is done. Let's see. Whole interior, at least for this section, is done. Whole interior is done, yeah. Let's put the turret back on if it's done. Back to the tank. Not much left. Let's see how those repairs are going. They're done. Okay. Well, let's equip them to the vehicle. No, not the road wheel. That makes it harder to get to the suspension rods. It's not what we want. We want to be able to hit those suspension rods and know with confidence that we have destroyed their rust and such. Really specific with these tow ropes, they're really small. Alright, I think that aside from the last few road wheels and then the last tracks, we're basically done. So let's finish it. We're in the end game of T-34-85. repairs. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Oops. I had a small glitch there for a second. I don't know what happened. It looked like I think the paint gun kind of despawned for a second. That's why I said there was a glitch, I thought. But I might have just been seeing or not seeing things, I guess. Alright, now let's me do a tank analysis right here. I know we're not done, but I want to make sure we're not really missing. Oh, we're missing a tow rope apparently. Oh yeah, we are, aren't we? Get it. Okay, good to know. Wheels, still gotta put road wheels on, I understand that. Engine. Fuel system's good. Tracks aren't even close to being done, I know. Accidentally exit that. There's a viewer on the turret interior that isn't done. It needs to be painted partially. It's not all the way done. There you go. Alright. Now it's just the wheels and tracks. Get out of my way. I said get out of my way. Then we gotta put the tracks on, because tracks don't get in the way of anything, which is nice. Because I can do the tracks and the wheels at the same time. Alright, well that was a glitch there. Didn't do the animation for putting the pin in. Alright guys, this is the last step for the T-34-85, and then I'm going to go out to the yard and see what we can find, and if there's nothing there, I'm going to refresh the email page and we're going to go on an excavation because this tank actually went by pretty fast. So I want to get a bit more content into the video before it ends. One moment, chat, I'm being called. Hello. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry about that. It wasn't anything too important. Boink. Jump over here. Get more of this done. This is like the best way to do this is the best way to do tracks and treads in the same pass. You just come in at a weird like 45 angle, kind of like shallow angle. You can get like tracks and you can get tracks and wheels usually at the same time. I still don't know how to get rid of that like battle damage. I don't know how that works, if that can be fixed or not. I mean, if I was gonna put it in the museum, I would definitely fix it, but since I'm not too concerned. That should be 100%. Yeah, looks like it. So you're going out to the yard, sir. Parking space 2. And now the workshop is surprisingly empty. So let's go to the yard. Yard! So yeah, there you go. So there's our Russian squad, a KV-1 and a T-34 So let's see what's in the yard today. An M3 it looks like, and that... No, there's something else behind the M3. Ah, Sizzle! It's a Sizzle! We can't have a Sizzle. Props panel? Yeah, it is a Sizzle. And it's basically destroyed. We'll take it. Alright, anything else want to be out here in the yard aside from those two vehicles? Doesn't look like it. Just this M3 here. Can I sell the M3 immediately? What is a resupply? I don't know what that means, but we don't need to know what that means. We have a Sizzle to work on now. So let's see, how long has this stream been going? It's been going for about 35 minutes. You know what? I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'm gonna come back in a couple minutes to do the Sizzle. I'm gonna go eat lunch. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite part. And don't forget to comment whether or not you want me to bring back disassembling the tank, because that is an active debate I'm doing right now. I'm kind of on the fence, because I know the old videos I used to do that, and I'm not doing that anymore now. But if you want to see that come back, leave it in the comments, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time.